Jeremiah 7-9. The word that came to Jeremiah from Yahweh, saying, Stand in the gate of the house of Yahweh, and proclaim this word there, and say, Hear the word of Yahweh, all you of Judah, who enter in at the gates to worship Yahweh. This is what Adonai Tzvaot, the God of Israel, says. Amend your ways and your deeds, and I will cause you to dwell in this place. Do not trust in lying words, saying, The temple of Yahweh, the temple of Yahweh, the temple of Yahweh are these. For if you truly amend your ways and your doings, if you truly execute justice between a man and his neighbor, if you do not oppress the foreigner, the fatherless, and the widow, and do not shed innocent blood in this place, and do not walk after other gods in your own hurt, then I will cause you to dwell in this place, in the land that I gave to your fathers, from of old, even forevermore. Behold, you trust in lying words that cannot profit. Will you steal, murder, commit adultery, swear falsely, burn incense to Baal, and walk after other gods that you have not known? Then come and stand before me in the house, which is called by my name, and say, We are delivered, that you may do all these abominations? Has this house, which is called by my name, become a den of robbers in the eyes? Behold, I myself have seen it, says Yahweh. But go now to my place, which was in Shiloh, where I caused my name to dwell at the first, and see what I did to it for the wickedness of my people Israel. Now because you have done all these works, says Yahweh, I spoke to you, rising up early and speaking, but you did not hear. And I called you, but you did not answer. Therefore I will do to the house which is called by my name, and in which you trust, and to the place which I gave to you and to your fathers, as I did to Shiloh, I will cast you out of my sight, as I have cast out all your brothers, the whole offspring of Ephraim. Therefore do not pray for this people. Do not lift up a cry of prayer for them, or make intercession to me, for I will not hear you. Do you not see what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead the dough to make cakes to the queen of the sky, and to pour out drink offerings to other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. Do they provoke me to anger, says Yahweh? Do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces? Therefore, this is what Adonai Yahweh says, Behold, my anger and my wrath will be poured out on this place, on man, on animal, on the trees of the field, and on the fruit of the ground, and it will burn and will not be quenched. This is what Adonai Tzvaot, the God of Israel, says, Add your burnt offerings to your sacrifices, and eat meat. For I did not speak to your fathers or commend them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices. But this thing I commanded them, saying, Listen to my voice, and I will be your God, and you shall be my people, and walk in the way that I command you, that it will be well with you. But they did not listen to or turn their ear, but walked in their own counsels, and in the stubbornness of their evil heart, and went backward and not forward. Since the day that your fathers came out of the land of Egypt, to this day I have sent to you all my servants, the prophets, daily rising up and sending them. Yet they did not listen to me, or incline their ear, but made their necks stiff. They did worse than their fathers. You shall speak all these words to them, but they will not listen to you. You shall also call to them, but they will not answer you. You shall tell them, This is the nation that has not listened to the voice of Yahweh, their God, nor received instruction. Truth has perished, and it cut off from their mouth. Cut off your hair, and throw it away, and take up a lamentation on the bare heights. For Yahweh has rejected and forsaken the generation of his wrath. For the children of Judah have said, that which is evil in my sight, says Yahweh. They have set their abomination in the house which is called by my name, to defile it. They have built the high places of Topheth, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and their daughters in the fire, which I did not command, nor did it come into my mind. Therefore, behold, the days are coming, says Yahweh, that it will no more be called Topheth, or the valley of the son of Hinnom, but the valley of slaughter. For they will bury in Topheth until there is no place to bury. The dead bodies of this people will be food for the birds of the sky and for the animals of the earth. No one will frighten them away. Then I will cause to cease from the cities of Judah and from the streets of Jerusalem the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. For the land will come a waste. At that time, says Yahweh, they will bring out the bones of the kings of Judah, the bones of his princes, the bones of the Kohanim, the bones of the prophets, the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem, out of their graves. They will spread them before the sun, the moon, and the host of heaven, which they have loved, which they have served, after which they have walked, which they have sought, which they have worshipped. They will not be gathered or be bruised. They will be for dung on the surface of the earth. Death will be chosen rather than life. All the residue that remain of this evil family, that remain in all the places where I have driven them, says Adonai Svaot. You shall tell them, this is what Yahweh says. Do men fall and not rise up again? Does one turn away and not return? Why then have the people of Jerusalem fallen back by a perpetual backsliding? They cling to deceit, they refuse to return. I listened and heard, but they did not say what is right. No one repents of his wickedness, saying, what have I done? Everyone turns to his course as a horse that rushes headlong in the battle. Yes, the stork in the heavens knows her appointed times. The turtle dove, the swallow, the crane observe the time of their coming, but my people do not know the judgment of Yahweh. How do you say we are wise, and the Torah of How do you say we are wise, and the Torah of Yahweh is with us? Indeed, a pen wrought in vain. In the vain the scribes, the wise men are disappointed. They are dismayed and trapped. Behold, they have rejected the word of Yahweh. What kind of wisdom is in them? Therefore I will give them their wives to others, and their fields to those who will possess them. For everyone from the least even to the greatest is given to covetousness. From the prophet even to the Kohanim, everyone deals falsely. They have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people, slightly, saying, Shalom, Shalom, when there is no Shalom. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? No, they were not ashamed at all. They could not blush. Therefore they will fall among those who fail in the time of their vision. In the time of their visitation, they will be cast down, says Yahweh. I will utterly consume them, says Yahweh. No grapes will be on the vine, no figs on the fig tree, and the leaf will fade. The things that I have given them will pass away from them. Why do we sit still? Assemble yourselves. Let us enter into the fortified cities, and let us be silent there. For Adonai Eloheinu has put us to silence, and given us poisoned water to drink. Because we have sinned against Yahweh. We looked for shalom, but no good came. And for a time of healing, and behold, dismay. The snorting of his horses is heard from Dan. The whole land trembles at the song of the neighing of his strong ones. For they have come and have devoured the land, and all that is in it, the city, and those who dwell therein. For behold, I will send serpents, adders among you, which you are not be charmed, and they will bite you, says Yahweh. Oh, that I could comfort myself against sorrow. My heart is faint within me. Behold the voice of the cry of the daughter of my people from the land, that is very far off. Is not Yahweh in Zion? Is not her king in her? Why they have provoked me to anger. They have engraved images, and with foreign idols. The harvest is past, the summer is ended, and we are not saved. For the hurt of the daughter of my people I am hurt. I mourn, and dismay has taken hold of me. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? Why then is not the health of the daughter of my people recovered? On that my head were waters, and my eyes a spring of tears, that I might weep day and night for the slain of the daughter of my people. Oh that I had in the wilderness a lodging place, a wayfaring men, that I might leave my people and go from them. For they are all adulterers, an assembly of treacherous men. They bend their tongue as their bow for falsehood. They have grown strong in the land, but not for truth. For they proceed from evil to evil, and they do not know me, says Yahweh. Everyone beware of his neighbor, and do not trust in any brother. For every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will go around like a slanderer. Friends deceive each other, and will not speak the truth. They have taught their tongue to speak lies. They weary themselves, committing iniquity. Your habitation is in the middle of the deceit. Through deceit they refuse to know me, says Yahweh. Therefore, this is what Adonai Sebaot says, Behold, I will melt them and test them. For how should I deal with the daughter of my people? Their tongue is a deadly arrow. It speaks deceit. One speaks peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth, but in his heart he waits to ambush him. Shall I not punish them for these things, says Yahweh? Shall not my soul be avenged on the nations such as this? I will weep and wail for the mountains, and lament for the pastures of the wilderness, because they are burned up, so that no one passes through. Men cannot hear the voice of the livestock. Both the birds of the sky and the animals have fled. They are gone. I will make Jerusalem heaps, a dwelling place of jackals. I will make the cities of Judah a desolation, without inhabitant. Who is wise enough to understand this? Who is he to whom the mouth of Yahweh has spoken, that he may declare it? Why has the land perished and burned up like a wilderness, so that no one passes through? And Yahweh says, Behold, they have forsaken my Torah, which I set before them, and have not obeyed my voice, neither walked therein, but have walked after stubbornness of their own heart, and after the Baals, which their fathers taught them. Therefore this is what Adonai Sebaot, the God of Israel, says, Behold, I will feed them, this people, with wormwood, and will give them poisoned water to drink. I will scatter them also among the nations, whom neither they nor their fathers have known. I will send them the sword after them until I have consumed them. This is what Adonai Sebaot says, Consider and call for the mourning women, that they may come, and send the skillful women, that they may come. Let them make haste and take up a wailing for us, that our eyes may run down with tears, and our eyelids gush out with water. The voice of wailing is heard out of Zion. How are we ruined? We are greatly confounded, because we have forsaken the land, because they have cast down our dwellings. Yet hear the word of Yahweh, you women. Let your ear receive the word of his mouth. Teach your daughters wailing, and everyone teach her neighbor a lamentation. For death has come up into our windows. It has entered into our palaces. Cut off the children from outside, and the young men from the streets. Speak. This is what Yahweh says. The dead bodies of men will fall as dung in the open field, and as a handful after the harvester, and no one will gather them. This is what Yahweh says. Do not let a wise man glory in his wisdom. Do not let the mighty man glory in his might. Do not let the rich man glory in his riches, but let him who glories glory in this, that he has understanding and knows me, that I am Yahweh, who exercises loving kindness, justice, righteousness in the earth. For I delight in these things, says Yahweh. Behold, the day comes, says Yahweh, that I will punish all those who are circumcised only in their flesh, Egypt, Judah, Edom, and the children of Ammon, Moab, and all who have the corners of their hair cut off, who dwell in the wilderness. For all the nations are uncircumcised, all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in heart.